Hey, 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 it's a girl T. She back in the building. She be gone for a while. Anyway, hi guys. It has been a minute since I've been here. I must say I've missed doing this as much as it's like so time consuming, but I really, really enjoy being in this space and just sharing with you guys. So, for those who are joining us for the first time, my name is Utandowaga Gutu, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please remember, I'm a house rules way too. It's remember to subscribe, like, and leave a comment below because that is what it's all about. We just want to get this conversation going and unpacking and just sharing our experiences, growing the She Can community of women supporting and empowering each other. A month ago, I posted on my Instagram Dine with Flow, secret location tea party, and I got a few DMs with some ladies asking me, "With yo, can you please share a location? How do we get tickets or invitations?" But unfortunately, guys, it was a closed event. I got an invitation from Refilwe to attend this event, and wow, 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 like it was just amazing to be in a space with such amazing women. It was life changing, I must say. You know, they say that if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Let me tell you this, I was in the right room that day because the knowledge that was being shared, the experiences, the vulnerability, the authentic, yes, authenticity in that room was just on another level. The event was meant to be live, but like I'm saying, the conversation got so real and raw and authentic that we actually had to stop the live because a lot of the ladies were sharing very personal experiences that they went through, which was not really something to share on such a large platform. However, um, I did pick up a few gems while in that conversation, which is what I wanted to share with you guys today. What I learned from this group of just phenomenal women who are just doing well, being them, excelling in their different careers and businesses, studies. It was just a broad conversation, but yet it's one of those conversations that I didn't know I needed to have, but having them has added so much value to my life. So, how the tea party went was that we had a list of topics that Urifile had set out for us, and then we were discussing them, unpacking them, sharing our experiences, sharing our knowledge, just empowering and growing each other in that space. And one of the topics that resonated with me was family. And what stood out to me the most when we discussed family was how a lot of the women in that group were successful but still grounded in family. And it was kind of like a contrast to what the world kind of defines successful women. I don't know if you've noticed how in movies, successful women in leadership are always single, divorced, miserable. They're not maternal. They just made out to seem like the moment a woman is successful, she can't be maternal. She can't be a happy wife. She can't. Basically, they make it seem like it's not feminine to be successful. Like you cannot be feminine and maternal and still be successful. The moment a woman becomes successful, they always portray her as trying to be masculine or trying to be a man and not a person who is kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? She's successful, but she still is maternal. She is still feminine. She still embraces her femininity. So it was so refreshing to be around women who were successful in their own right, but they were still not moving away from their femininity. They are strong, powerful women, mothers, wives, and still able to run successful businesses, study medicine, work in very hectic environments, but still manage to find a balance and still be that support system for their families and also climb that corporate ladder and also make a success of their business.
So I think, yeah, family, very, very important. I love them to bits. I love them to bits, and I'm very intentional about loving my family. And yeah, we learn and we grow. And there's nothing wrong as well with learning and growing. And I also have got people that I really consider family, but they are not blood. I've got a strong, very strong. I'll show than that.
My husband for sure, okay, 1.8 months. Imagine just the difference, almost double. Times the total I can have.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing to listen to. It was refreshing. It made me realize that, or rather remind me that as a woman, you don't have to choose between being a wife and a mom, being part of a family and your career. The modern woman is able to find a balance and be able to do both. Being successful, being driven, being a woman who follows her dreams doesn't necessarily mean that you have to now be masculine. You have to now set aside your maternal side, your soft side, your loving nature, but rather we embrace it and use it to our advantage and make us better at what we do. So that in itself was just one of the things that I took from that conversation. Second topic that we went into was mental health. And yeah, I wanted to share the videos with you guys, like little clips. But like I said, some of the conversations we went into were too personal to record because it was people's personal lives. However, again, I will just share the gems that I picked up from that conversation. And when it came to mental health, we discussed the importance of taking care of yourself, the importance of understanding that in a world where, as Black people, we grew up and were made to feel and understand that mental health was something that was not understood, judged upon. The moment you mentioned mental health, it was written off as you are crazy or you belong in a loony bin just because you are depressed and you have anxiety and all sorts of just all sorts of derogatory terms that just came with and stigmas that came with a person having mental health issues. And in that space, we kind of reminded each other that it's okay. It's actually quite normal with the way the world has become, with what we've gone through in the past 2 years with COVID lockdown. That affected so many people on a mental and emotional level. It was a lot to deal with. It was something we had not been through as a nation, as a world, as as people, it was something so different. And to think or assume ukuthi you are just going to cope in a situation like that without some sort of assistance, it just didn't make sense at the time. It really tested our mental health, our coping mechanisms, and that's all it can sometimes even be. Just it doesn't always mean that when you're going to seek therapy or counseling, it means Guti, you have been diagnosed with a certain condition. It could mean that I'm going in that space to learn coping mechanisms for certain situation. I'm being equipped with the right tools to navigate the stresses, um, the the hurdles that we come across in life, the struggles that we face. We don't know everything, and sometimes it does take speaking to someone else to give you advice, to guide you, and to, like I said, equip you with the necessary tools of how to cope in certain situations, how to adjust in certain situations. I mean, you get people like one of the ladies that we were with in the group, actually two are in the medical field, and you can only imagine the kind of traumas that they're experiencing in their jobs, what they see each day, people being ill, people passing away, people being in pain. It, there's no way that you can be in such an industry and not be affected. It would mean that you're not human. It would mean you have no emotions. So simple and simple. No, it's not even simple, but such situations require for you to tap into that mental and emotional health and go and what will Caesar say? Go and debrief those
You see,
emotions.
you need to go debrief. Because if you don't debrief, they affect you at the end of the day. And we often think, well, no, we are okay, it's my job, I'm used to this, it's my speciality, and but no, you have to go debrief. The number of tumors that you have seen, the number of
So another point that we discussed in mental health was it's okay to get help. It's okay when you realize, no, there is something wrong with me. I'm not myself. It is okay to stand up and go seek the help that you require, because you get these people who sometimes hold themselves back from getting the help they require because they are scared of what the next person will have to say about the fact that they are seeing a therapist or psychologist or psychiatrist. And sometimes it's not even the next person that they're worried about, it's their opinion of seeking mental support because of what they have learned, what they have read, or how they've been raised. That people that seek therapy, people that seek help, are crazy, are loonies, are all sorts of other words. So you find, Guti, as women, we will stay in situations where we know that we need the help, but we are not actively going to seek that help, or you go and seek the help, and when you are given the necessary medication to help you cope with your condition, you then not take the medication because of whatever stigma is around taking that sort of medication. I, for one, I believe that if you do have a condition that has been diagnosed, there is absolutely nothing wrong with you taking the necessary measures to get better. And there's really nothing wrong. It's for your own benefit. It's for your own health. So let us be more aware of our surroundings, be aware of our own feelings, be aware of our emotional state and mental state. We need to always stay in check with ourselves so that we can pick up like when something is not going right. Like for me, when I went through postpartum depression, I didn't need someone else to tell me that I was depressed or something was wrong, rather. I think at that point I did not have a name for it, but I got to a point where I sat down and I said, something is wrong with me, and for me to be okay and for me to be the best for my son and for my family, I need to get the help that I need. I do not need validation from the next person, but I'm going to do what I need to do for Tando to be okay, and that's exactly what I did. So the next topic which I felt like I needed to share was the topic my career. So everyone was just sharing and unpacking Uti, like how have they navigated through their careers to where they are, why and how they've been successful, and sharing the obstacles that we've had, the dramas, the dilemmas. Yo, guys, we go through a lot in the workspace. Like, it is unbelievable. You know, a lot of the times when you go through stuff in the workspace, we tend to think, Uguti, you're the only person who's going through that, or that maybe you're having it the worst, until you have a conversation with the next person and realize, yo, ayizakhala la ngaphandle. No, zikhali impela. Yo, I know ziyakhala. Yo, like, even when I just sit here and think about the stuff that we discussed that day, yo, I know it's real. So to everyone who is out there, who is in the workspace and who has survived and made it and made a success of it despite of all the challenges that were thrown at them, yo, Womandla, let's keep moving. It's hard, but it's doable. What doesn't kill us will only make us stronger. So as pushing, guys, it's just it's comforting. I don't know if I should take it as a comfort, or the hardships that they've gone through, but it does make you kind of understand and feel better. It's not just me who has been faced so just know that you're not alone, and let's make a habit of reaching out and checking out on each other, because I know, like I said, ziyakhala. Yo, hi guys, ziyakhala emsebenzini, the things that we face, the things that we've survived, the things that we even right now busy surviving every day. It's a lot, but we keep pushing, because at the end of the day we know Uguti what our end goal is, and that's what keeps us going. But anyway, let me not get too much into it, because in this question or topic rather, I was able to take a few videos. So yeah, listen, take some notes, and let's put what we can to action.
You don't arrive on time, you don't do your work, you always have to be followed up. You won't be able to run your business, because that's what you are going to do in your business. But if you are in your employment, you do the work, you don't have to be pushed, you are proactive in the solutions. Why don't you do that? You know. So it's that. No, if you are lazy, then you mustn't go into business. Yeah. If you are lazy, you must not go into business. You must
This
forget.
comes from very lazy people on any other thing except
The business.
I told them, I'm like, no, I've opened my own company and I'm going to be consulting for these people. I'm going to be working as a consultant, and they're going to be giving me contracts to do on their behalf. And to him, that made absolutely no sense, because he's been in corporate his entire life. And me, now I was willing to say, you know what, I'm going to leave a full salary every month.
A guaranteed, right?
A guaranteed one. Ne? And now I'm gonna go to a place where sometimes I've got 2 clients, sometimes I've got 3. So I don't know. Hey, you know, I don't know, and I don't even have my own independent clients that come to me directly. I'm still going through via someone. But I can tell you now, I sleep at night. And peacefully so. Irrespective how much money I'm going to make at the end of the month.
Yes.
I sleep at night and I've got so much peace. It has changed our lives drastically from a financial point of view. But I sleep at night and I wake up every morning and I've got purpose. I went to Lunamona the last time. I said to her, every time, like, it doesn't matter what I go through, ne? But as soon as I stand in front of a class and I have to start training people, I light up. Like, it's different. I don't know what happens, but I for a fact I know that I'm living out my purpose right now.
Wow.
Direction that I don't know someone has taken. You know what I mean? I'm someone who I need to have had. There needs to have, yes, there needs to be a person. This happened and it came out this way. Someone experimented and it's been.
Boys are taught to be, leaders, confident and leaders, and whatever. So they always believe whether they're capable of doing things that they cannot even do. And they also say in that book, as women, even when we have to apply for jobs, a woman will always look for a job where she meets almost 100% of the requirements, whereas a man can only meet maybe even 80. He will believe the other 70 and he will apply for that job. So we also need to have that same confidence, even when you understand.
Absolutely.
Whether on an extent percentage,
absolutely.
Any 70. They were even saying women are hired for their jobs based on their past achievements. So you need to prove that you can do the job before someone can hire you. Whereas a man is hired on their potential. But he's never been in that position. He doesn't have experience, but potential.
He fits. He's a better fit.
He's a better fit. So what did they say? Yes, please. Go into it like a white man with matric.
You must
go into a CEO interview. That's the kind of confidence you have.
Absolutely.
Some Asian lady once started as well. I remember I had a full day of crying. Just crying because I could see yes, this month does not end well. And I still do not have a plan. Next month, how will I make it better? Yes, next month my calendar is booked, but how do I make it better so that whenever I have a month like this one again, it will not end the same as this one. So you need to plan, you need to come out of your shell. You need to, now when I meet Busa, hi Busi, no, I must get your number, which is not me as well. It's more hard work, and I repeatedly say that not all that glitters is gold, because sometimes it glitters and you think it's gold, I'm a shine, and behind the scenes, there's so much that has to go into it. There is absolutely so much that has to go into it. Your working hours, you never knock off. They don't exist. You don't have leave.
You do not.
No, you don't have leave.
Do you have more time to yourself and to your family?
I have more time to my family, absolutely. That's the one thing I love about it. And my decision, besides the work environment being toxic,
Chief radiographer of the department to tell you, no, the patient is always right. Remember, private hospitals are about profit.
It's
not about serving with a smile. It was a private hospital, so Lady Doctor can.
But how did you survive that?
It was 3 years of just being strong, that strong that you don't want. Because all other students didn't survive. They'll allocate them there, then they complain, go university, then the university they would change the hospitals for them. So now we're the first 3 black students by Loring. We completed our radiography training. And it was hell. Because the radiographer could just tell you if I can cover, get out of here. Now my dealing attitude was like, I'm not gonna cry in front of these people. I'll get home, I'll call mama, I'll cry, come back tomorrow, Atafa. Oh man. Time went, and Shem, it toughened us. Now, wherever I go, not even a doctor can tell me how to do my job. Like, but they call it tough love, but it was not nice at the time. But Shem, it made us this tough today, because no one's gonna get here because of that. Not even a specialist could judge me.
And that's how Conversations with Flo went. I hope Wootsie you guys enjoyed and found it informative as much as I did, and that Wootsie you will be able to use the information that was shared in your own space, because this is why we do what we do. We're trying to share our knowledge, share experiences, so that we can help each other navigate through this journey called life. So until next time, Nilithanda nonke makhaya. Bye.